So we go off of what we just.
Shalom, Braka. How y'all doing? I'm here with the family. So you know by my voice is BC the Tishvite, BC the Hebrew. We're going to be talking about extraterrestrial observatory, observation, things that people seen. You may comment. Y'all know how we do. Now, there's cells in your body that magnate through light, like a plant through photosynthesis. So that energy is called melanin. And that melanin fills up information through your cells, which makes the righteous extracelestials, where you channel information not in the 1/3 of this universe that we are in. Now think about it. Everything you see in this universe and everything NASA has said and hadn't said, what we see from what we don't see, understanding of the Milky Way, all of that is the 1/3 of what was really touched. And this was created not by, but authoritated by the Most High. So the 2/3, just as big or bigger than this realm, the word of God say we can't even fathom. So to study this, not me, but to understand celestial or the righteous or the Mildreds of the saints and the angels or angels of light, through the gospel, which is the breath of God, which he himself said, nature teaches you my word, because he already programmed it into your heart chakra. Again, celestial light. So I'm going to be quiet because y'all hear me talk all the time. We're going to introduce Jay. We are in the Beeville or Bradley, Florida. Yes, we got T here, aka Donk. We got Key, and we have Jay. And we're gonna go ahead and let them talk. As you look at the screen, we see our Aurorian star seeds. All right, creators of opposite polarity of the true salvation.
He probably let his mama have. No, he
so
had too.
If yes, the ether is told to us to be the primordial substance of water or gases, then the observation of that through science is looking at the word of God.
Right.
But they don't tell us that part. So right there, I'm gonna take a pause. And these fellas gonna come right in. Shalom, Shalom Baraka, Starry Hide. Yeah. Fellas, y'all on.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people in the sky that's in those ships and those UFOs, what we call UFOs, are melanated people. You know what I'm saying? It dates back to the ancient alien history and ancient African history and melanated history on this earth. All dates back. And it connects together. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back to the Moors. Everybody know about the Moors, but before the Moors, they were called something before where they was on this earth. When they came from the planet, they were the Morphites, which was followed by the Bantus. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Those both are still African tribes and people that are alive to this day. And everybody know Moor is short for Morocco. Language. You know what I'm saying? And those people was very connected with the extraterrestrials, because like if you want to talk other species, you got the Greys and the Draco reptilians. Draco reptilians control the Greys through slavery, like that. They are their slaves, genetic DNA, all that type of things. That's how they got the Greys to be under their command.
Cause they're clones,
right? The Greys are clones.
You know IgG, some may know.
Yeah, mm-hmm. And the Greys, basically what the Greys do is they observationists. They observe, they study, they experiment, That's why they do a lot of the capturing. But you got to think, black people come from the sky as well. We the sun people, we the sun gods, we the sun celestial people. So the aliens, you never hear about black people getting took and took by the Greys and observed, because the Greys know that they have no power over melanated people.
They can't control,
you know what I'm saying? Just as the way that the Draco reptilians from the Orion constellation is trying to control the Greys are trying to control white people and all the other Gentile people that's not spiritually connected with Elohim. Because if you're not spiritually connected, then you can be manipulated by the masses. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the chosen people of God. Therefore, you know what I'm saying? The Hebrews, we the chosen people. So we can't be touched by the type of things. We come from them places. That dates back to before Earth's history, before the Adamites and the Evites. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you talk about ancient alien history, this thing's been alive for a long time. Anyone of y'all want to take over and say what's wrong?
See, with that, they've been around a long time. Like, the information is instilled in us. It's just for us to like awaken ourselves to realize our true potential, our true power, and where we come from.
Right.
When we realize that, that's when we is powerful.
Right. And a lot of people don't know. It's hard to leave this firmament. It's hard to leave this sky. It's hard to leave this earth through the sky. It's almost virtually impossible. That's why you think they come up with stargates and portals, because you have to teleport out. So you got to think, these aliens just fly in the sky. They not living up there. They in the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They want you to look up in the sky because they don't want you to know what's underneath us. They in the caves. Reptilians got a whole fucking ecosystem and a whole goddamn ecosystem and a whole family generation of families, bloodlines that's linked to very famous and very predominant people throughout the history of America and the world. Rockefeller, you know what I'm saying? Them all, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's connected to these people that run certain things in very predominant parts of the world has Draco reptilian DNA inside of their bloodline. That's why a lot of people get with the Illuminati. It fit them so perfect. Why you think a singer, particularly a rock and roll artist, a white man, Gentile, will go and get with the Illuminati, sell his soul and just act a dang fool on the stage, is because he already has a high percentage of Draco reptilian in him. So for him to go out and do what they say they do, kids, drink blood, that's all reptile type of things. That's reptilian activity. This is not just something that a person do to gain fame. They do this because this is in their DNA.
Real.
And we're gonna come with some videos too and show y'all like some of the different species and their different features, because with the end times coming near, you need to know to be able to at least recognize what you're seeing. So you won't be asking God, what is this? You will know. You know what I'm saying? Because once it come and once they invade, that's what we gonna know. Is when they talk about the chariots and the angels that's coming down from the skies, that's predated text term in the context, and it's switched over and translated to our dates. Those are ships.
Those are.
They are going to fly down.
Written in stone.
They coming from the sky. They coming from the sun.
Excuse me for my language, but it's written in stone, people. It's written in stone, like.
Yeah. But let me see, BC. Let me get. We got a couple videos that we can show. Let a couple people talk.
We'll do it on the next slide.
Okay.
So I have everything lined up.
Right. But yeah, that's and then you got a lot of other species. You got, like I say, melanated black people. We are extraterrestrial people. We are not from Earth. You know what I'm saying? We were created by the All Most High, but it's a history that we just don't know. That and it's not for everyone to know. I don't feel like, because it unlocks certain things that a lot of people can't fathom. You know what I'm saying? White people don't whitewash a lot of black people in America. They don't even you know what I'm saying? The last thing they'll ever think is that. Last thing they'll ever think that we would goddamn get tapped in with our ancient extraterrestrial history. They done already hit the black history.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We lost in the sauce. So at the end of the day, you gotta know where to start, and then you gotta know where to look for certain information, because the shit has been rewashed, and it's not the same. It's the lie that it's fabricated as hell. But with these alien things, though, man, you gotta watch out for them. Like the reptilians, they look more like they stand on 2 feet. They be between 6 to 12, even sometimes up to 22 feet tall. If you're talking about the alpha Dracos, they have wings and long tails. If you ever see a Draco that's stubby tail, can resemble more of a human, but most definitely has gray or green scaly skin. If you see one of these, you might think, if you see it in the wild, in the earth, you would think, oh my God, is that a Komodo dragon in Florida? No, it's not a Komodo dragon. It's a reptile. It's a reptilian. He's stalking. Skinwalkers, that's all the same thing. The grays are going to come short. They be between 3 and 4 feet tall, maybe 5 at the tallest. But like I say, the grays just like to abduct because they have no. And I learned that a main thing that they really abduct us is because they're trying to find the true connection between the human spirit and God, because they have a lot of these beings are just running on their own. They doing their own will. They doing what they want, but they don't possess souls. Because they species broke an elder scroll with Elohim.
Ben broke that scroll.
They broke it, so therefore they were cast out into the space in the cosmos to be lost wanderers, to never have a home. You know what I'm saying? And the Nibiru, you know what I'm saying? The Nibiru, they were melanated type of people too, and they lived with small green creatures. They were the planet that harvested. I forgot the name of the substance, but it was a very explosive substance that created the history and mass destructions and weapons of mass destruction. The Anunnakis, the melanated Anunnakis, and we were traveling here. We're from Sirius B, which was right beside the sun. You got Sirius A, which was destroyed. We traveled from Sirius B, or Sirius B was destroyed, one of the two. We traveled from there, and on the way there, we hit Nibiru. Our mothership was as big as their planet. We hit their planet. They thought they were under attack. You know what I'm saying? So that's what caused Nibiru to create rockets and mass destruction weapons, which they were linked up with they were under control of the reptiles, the Dracos. So the Dracos basically, you know what I'm saying, took their information. The Dracos already were very telepathic and smart. They just took what the Nibiru had, and you don't have to be smart to make weapons of mass destruction. You just got to know how to build. You know what I'm saying? So they use their intelligence, their wits, and they use the Nibiru, the small green, and the grays as slaves, manipulate, observe, kidnap, abduct, you know what I'm saying? Do it all we don't want to do, because we gonna come and we gonna be the closest in the human society. We wearing skin and all. A lot of these reptiles, like I say, the lower class reptiles that can fit in with the human society sitting around us right now, they got skin suits on. You know what I'm saying? That's how they fitting in. These people like goddamn, what that boy named, like the boy, I'm sorry everyone, like the boy off That's So Raven, what's his name?
Oh,
Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
He said it's people alive that's supposed to been dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How the fuck you know this?
The average person these days only live 60.
How the fuck you know this?
You can't cuss. Don't know, just chill. Don't be ignorant. We live on the average of 68 years. You know what I'm saying? The 70. They want to say we're capable of 100. No, why is these same people still alive? Why are these bloodlines still going on?
Yeah.
Why these people not getting older over 10 span year? They still look whatever age they was 10 years ago, because these people been dead, but they still alive because you can dress up just like them and keep the shit going. You know what I'm saying?
They had that automatic.
But
limited prime.
yeah, but back to and back to the migration of the Anunnakis and the different people that migrated from our planet. We got here before the reptiles. They'll lie and tell you that they got here before us, but we was here 400 years before them. You know what I'm saying? They came here, and when they got here, they were able to. They do a lot of shape shifting. They took the animal with the best tongue.
The snake.
When God created Adam and Eve in the tribe of Adamite and Evites, and he came with the animal that can talk the slickest, that can get the closest. They weren't afraid of no animals. Adam and Eve weren't afraid of none of the animals. All had to command and obey to them. That snake probably was around her neck. You're not looking at a snake. Oh my God, that's no. This is you obey me, so I'm wearing you like a necklace. But you got this snake in her ear. These reptiles came and manipulated this species of animal, got running. That's what caused the whole destruction. Like these things predate the time of when humans were created and the soul was put inside a human body to roam Earth. You know what I'm saying? Which was we listen to these ancient deities and these ancient alien species, and they cursed us from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot more in between. I'm just letting people know where it came, where I feel like the factuality came from in the story of these ancient beings, because I know for a fact black people are extraterrestrial, not black, melanated. If you are melanated, Spanish, black, dark Polynesian, Asian, white as well. When you're talking about white, you got to know the definition, you got to know the meaning, and you got to know the blood. It's not about the skin, it's the blood. The blood overpowers whatever skin color you think your eyes see. Because we all can be colorblind. Everybody on earth. We probably don't see it how God see it. We think that it's a race. Ain't no such a race is when you start at a line and run. That's not a group of people. But tribes, that's a group of people. A race is not a group of people. That's a more to break, separate. That's some alien sounding mess. Something that we were taught to just hate. Only thing that's pure hatred is something that's evil, and everybody know that these reptiles and these gray aliens and all the rest of these unearthly things are pure evil. They got pure contracts. You think they abduct people for experiments, they abduct people for the devil. God, don't forget that Satan, Lucifer, and all of these things are real. It's a parallel universe, but they exist. If you can get there through certain ways, you can get there physically. So these deities that's going into the ocean, which is the only really real way to get into Sheol, I'm saying it right, BC? It's through the water. Why you think they go? They want you to look up. It's not up. We been came from up there. We got here by luck. We here now. Once you in this firmament, that's it. But it's portals that get us out of here. You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta know which portal to hit. You can hit the wrong portal and go the wrong way.
You gotta have certain blood types and certain DNAs, and your spirit gotta be connected to activate certain portals. That's just like how the Greys, when the Greys migrate, it's gonna be all right, Coach, it's gonna be a ship. It might be a ship, a cruiser, with 5 to 6 different Greys on it. One Grey is gonna have a soul only, because when you flying these ships at the speed of light, and you're making certain decisions going through the cosmos at the speed of light, which is times by whatever how fast one speed of light is not as fast as they can go. They go times speed of light. So they gotta base all of their decisions gotta be pressed and calculated before they take off. But if you don't have a soul and you're not spiritually connected to the craft, therefore your soul moves with the craft, because the craft is going to take off and go in ways so fast it will virtually leave your soul where it's at. So the crew members that's on the ship, the other Greys with the captain, the commander, the only one that has a soul that's connected to the neural link in the ship, they are just made up of atoms, electrons, neutrons, just matter, biochemical matter, but they still can function just like anybody else.
Plasmic energy.
Yeah, cosmic energy. You know what I'm saying? So when these things travel, they come in these pods and they come in these cruisers, but only one of them can have a soul. So you got to think the rest of these beings that's on this ship, if they go rogue, which they can, they are under control of slavery, but they can rebel to a certain extent, but they can be recorrected because they are programmed, but they will rebel if they're not, what you can say, babysitted enough. So what they would do is they get down here and these Greys run wild. When you get on Earth, the Amazon jungle is almost just as big as Africa. Brazil, you let 5 or 6 Greys go in the Amazon, you will never see them again. That's why we seeing these animals, and these beings, you know what I'm saying? And these are the rogue beings with no soul, because a lot of these Greys have souls and they're not good in particular, but they mean well for the world, because the ones with souls know the history of how the Dracos had their whole race.
And they'll tell you the truth.
Slavery. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they'll tell you the truth. It's a lot of like when we get the videos going on the next live, I'm gonna show real interrogations. And you could say it's CGI. CGI didn't got dang on wasn't good back then. It's not
Right.
CGI. You need to open your eyes, open your ears, but close your mouth. And dang so open your mind, because when you look up in these skies, bro, they looking at us. I just seen an extraterrestrial last night. We're gonna show y'all the video live video. I'm gonna show you the date, the timing. It was last night. I wouldn't lie to you guys at all. It was a mothership. A cruiser came off, and what I thought the scene as it was shooting, I don't know. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm a true believer, and I'm gonna show y'all my personal videos plus a lot of other interviews from very predominant whistleblowers throughout history. Since the 51 crash, one crash, Roswell. I don't know the exact date of Roswell. But Roswell, the biggest hoax ever. You looking at Roswell, then you lost.
So the actual mothership chariot, y'all, he talking about, if y'all been on my Facebook page, this BC the Tishvite, BC the Hebrew. Then you know that red, terrestrial force we've been looking at, circling the moon, doing different kinds of stuff, levitating higher, then descending, doing all kinds of stuff. It's on my Facebook page, no lie. So I've caught this live, and you're gonna see the very same thing that now I was just recording earlier before they were in the same place. And I went in, I'm an early bird, I go to sleep. And then I woke up and they had videos. If any of them thought I was crazy, like many gonna think when they hear and see this video, they had proof. Remember what we always say: if you ever speak the Most High's word, it's not about who believe you, it's if the universe showed them. This is where in our scriptures we understand that God, people don't see no shame. The shame is what you say out your mouth. If you a liar, that's shame. But if you speak the Most High and look crazy, that's a different story. So we're just going to end it right there for now. We're going to get these video clips together. I got to send them to my Facebook so y'all can see them on the StreamYard. All right. We're going to get this thing popping, and you can see for yourself and make judgment for yourself. All right. Teaching is nothing but understanding something that God invisibly told you inside of your mind that you didn't quite want to believe or fully understand. But we are the last hours of the latter days, of the last times of the prophetic days of the right before judgment. So quite a couple of things got to happen. The lights of the cosmos got to go out. We definitely going to know what time it is then. And then the last 3.5 years of the Great Tribulation, and then Judgment Day. Kabooey. Peace and blessings. Actually, let me take that back. Be less of nobody and sin no more. So, baraka, barukata, Hashem, I am.
Oh yeah, PC, I came up with a phrase name for my